So first, I'd like to invite Mr. S. Vedantam to address us all.
My humble pranam at the holy feet of Paramahamsa Swami Nityananda Swamiji. Pranam to other sadhus on the dais. My dear friends, I have been here for the last 2 days. Earlier also I have visited Swamiji. I had immense faith and hope on Swamiji. Swamiji is above science. We need not relate with the science. For example, now the third eye opening. Can the scientists explain that? They cannot explain that. Spiritual means far above the scope of science. So it may take another centuries to prove what it is. But we don't want to measure our sadhus with science. They are above all the things. They transcend time. They transcend everything. So from that angle only, I look Swamiji, and Swamiji is a great hope for our Sanatana Dharma. See, Sanatana Dharma, I need not explain to you, so ancient. Who created it? Who connected? Nobody knows. Nobody there. It is Vedas. So Swamiji's inspiration, guidance, everything not from science, from our Shastra, from our Vedas, our Agama. From that only is inspiration. What all is been displayed here, out of the research Swami has done in our Shastras. This is the time, actually the country is going through a very critical time. Hinduism is all its Catholic city, with broad mind, accommodate everybody. But still, it's a target of attack from all quarters. You know, some centuries back, the Parsis, they were driven out of Iran. Perhaps you may not know, the Iran was the former Ramayana Kaikeyi's place. The land of Kaikeyi is Iran. From there, the Zoroastrian Parsis were driven out. India gave them all protection, welcomed them. We never imposed our religion on them. We never imposed our language on them. We never imposed our culture on them. We are going to be a good Parsis. Till today, the Parsis are living up to their expectation. You know, Tata, Jamshed Tata, Ratan Tata, they have done contribution, their contribution to this country, something phenomenal. Then the Jews came. They are driven out of Jerusalem. They spread all over the world. They came to India also. Our kings in Kerala welcomed them, gave them all protection, gave them everything, but never asked them you follow our language. We never asked them you follow our religion. You accept our religion. We never said that. Like that, so many. Last, our Dalai Lama came. You know, it is very green in our memory. We given them all protection, whether education or social, anything. Till today, we are not imposed our culture, religion on them. That is the Catholicity of Hinduism. Over a period of 3,000 years, you look back, Abdul Kalam, our Janadhipati, was the President of India. In a speech in Hyderabad, he said, this country has been subjugated by invasion for more than 300 years. But we never invaded any country. Though we have got all the power. So we have not done any harm to anybody. We are not done harm to anybody. To tell you bluntly certain things I want to tell. See, the Muslims, we were living together for centuries. The Muslims want a separate country for their own. All were working together. When the Jinnah came to know that India, that will be getting freedom, then he said, no, we Muslims are a different nation. Arey, we are belong to the same blood, same forefathers. We were living together for centuries. Why do you want a separate land? Jinnah, our Gandhiji, Jawaharlal Nehru, everybody prostrated before them. No, don't ask for partition. Don't ask for it. We all live together. We'll live together. But at the time of freedom, Jinnah insisted, if you don't give freedom, that action. You know how many Hindus are massacred in Bihar, in Bengal, so many other countries. So Gandhiji have to accept. All right, we give them. Gandhiji said that we are brothers. We are dividing the properties. Like that, the brothers, they divide the country. I don't know how it is justified. But still, we agreed. We gave them, they are only some 23%. But 1/3 of our country we gave to Pakistan. Then we thought that we will be remaining calm and quiet, our country can develop. But ever since Pakistan was created, since 1947 up to till today, we don't have any peace of mind. We don't have any peace of mind. Just imagine. Just imagine. We have been very, very good to the Muslims. We made three president as the president of India. In spite of the hurt, in spite of the bloodshed they have done to us, still the Hindus are so Catholic, so broad-minded. We accommodated the president of India were Muslims. Zakir Hussain, Fakhruddin Ahmad, then Abdul Kalam. What have we done? Done everything to them. Their chief ministers were there. They are Muslims. They are Christians. We accommodated everybody. But in turn we got the Hindus. I come here, I got some 3-4 police behind me because I am working for a Hindu organization. Our temples, if you go to Tirupati, so much of police protection because any time the Jigadisi will come, blast the temple. Whether train or plane or everywhere. In their own land, Hindus are very insecure. Why? What is harm you have done? No harm. But with the result, now today, the ISI is formed. Don't take it easily. I am not warning you. I am not telling you the untruth. The truth. From Tamil Nadu, from Karnataka, several youngsters, not ordinary people, well qualified, coming from very rich family, they want to establish caliphate. Caliphate only Muslim rule. According to Shariat, the Muslims should not, women should not have any freedom, and so on and so forth. So being a good, that cost us very, very dear to us. So like that, I was so much worried about it. What we have done? Bharatavarsha, Bharatkhande, the country is so vast. Today our country has been shrinked between Kashmir and Kanyakumari. On the right side we lost Bangladesh. On the left side we lost Pakistan. Where the Hindus will go? Have they done anything injustice? Have they done anything bad? No, not at all. The history says never. Never. Hindus have never done any violence, anything like that. But in their own land, Hindus are not safe. That way, things are going very bad. So I was very much worried. When I came to this ashrama, there is a hope now. He is a young man, not old like me. Very young man, very dynamic. He knows what the problem is. What the problem ailing the Hindus. What problem ailing their country. Everything knows. So you are a very good system. As has been displayed now, demonstrated now, I am very much sure the country can completely revolutionize. There was a great philosopher and a prediction, he's an astrologer, called Nostradamus. Nostradamus, you must have heard about him. He belonged to French. Some few centuries back, he had given lot of predictions. Everything is coming true. Including Kennedy was shot dead, it was predicted by him. He has predicted in the 21st century, there will be a great savior will be coming from India. That to where? South of India. Simply you did not say south. So he will save the whole country. He will save the Sanatana Dharma. So many great men has come to save the Sanatana Dharma. Maybe Ramakrishna Paramhansa, maybe Swami Vivekananda, maybe Swami Dayananda Saraswati, millions and millions of people. Aurobindo said that everybody is potentially divine. But Swamiji not only said potentially divine, they can also act as a divine. They can show their divinity by action. It's not a theory, but it's a practical. Now we have seen what Swamiji has said. Much more. Swamiji was telling that another 400 things are there to be done. Swamiji is pursuing that. If that is been pursued, I am very much sure the Bharata will once again, there will be a resurgence. The country will be once more the Loka Guru, Vishwa Guru. And rightly the Akshara Parishad President has said that Swamiji will be the Loka Guru. Everybody will fall to the feet. We are all waiting for the day. We are all praying for that. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And next we are blessed to hear from Srimati Girija Seshadri.
I am really humbled and also honored by the Swamiji. When I came here, I came with mixed feelings. As a very strong Vaishnavite, though I love Lord Shiva and been to Kailash also, but my strong roots are in Vaishnavism. I was a little worried how I will be fitting in. But it is very amazing. When I came here, I could find the divinity in this whole place. And when I met Swamiji, I am completely bold. After listening to his conversation with Sri Vedantam ji, and while he was airing out all his views and everything, I immediately told him that you are the Veera Turavi, the brave hermit. Because by nature I am like that. Long back, before I could take this work, I wanted to be very aggressive person to do this and that. Then Acharya Giriraj Kirshore, one of our very strong leader, told me, Girija, have you seen lightning? I said, yes. After lightning, what will happen? I said, darkness. He said, no, it is the total darkness, Andhaharam. So, would you like to come like the lightning and then wither away? No, you should not do. You should not think like that, to do something in a rash, but you should be able to mold so many children, giving them the pride of this great culture and mold them into a very good citizens. But the Macaulay education, we have been become a slave to it in a way or the other. To break it and come out is a Herculean task. But yesterday when Swamiji has brought out a vision for a new education, when our Prime Minister is telling New India and new education by Swamiji, I think the days are not far away for us to rise up to understand the greatest culture of this country and how we were lucky to be born here. And Swamiji was telling, I am very traditional, Amma, Madi. We used to say that in a colloquial Tamil as very too traditional. But then he said, I am not traditional, just closing my eyes. But he told me that traditional to understand the worth of our own contributions to the world. And the frankness with which he told very passionately, I should say, very passionately, he is involved and he wants to do it. Immediately I felt that here is the new Vivekananda who will be both traditionally or in a modern way coupling it beautifully with our tradition and giving a lift to the tradition is amazing, amazing, amazing. And whichever way and whatever way, Swamiji, you guide us, we will be able to do it and we will carry your torch too along with you. Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Swami Govindanand Giriji Maharaj.
Om Bhadram Napivate Manah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jivagramadaya Karena Devim Vamena Shatrum Paripidayantim Gadabhighaten cha dakshinena Pitambaradyam dubhujam namami. अनंत श्री विभूषित सूत्रीय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ संपूर्ण ब्रह्मांड के नियामक और जिनके जीवन की सनातन धर्म की सदेशना ही जिनके जीवन का मूल उद्देश्य है, जिसके लिए वो संसार में आते हैं और आए हुए हैं, उन मनीषा को, उन परमहंस नित्यानंद भगवान के चरणों को प्रणाम करता हूं.
I bow down to the feet of Param Pujya Paramahamsa Nityananda Swamiji, whose only purpose of coming down is the revival of Sanatan Hindu Dharma. I bow down to his feet.
मैं मंचस्थ हमारे साथ काशी से पधारे बड़े आत्मीय ब्रह्मचारी दयानंद जी महाराज, दयानंद जी शास्त्री, आपका भी अभिनंदन करते हैं और आप सभी सौभाग्यशाली श्रोता को की श्रद्धा को भी प्रणाम करते हैं. मैं स्मरण करता हूं, मैं सोच रहा था महाराज जी को देख करके, आप लोगों को देख करके, कि इस भारतवर्ष में 3 परमहंस हुए. 3 परमहंस हुए, उसमें सबसे पहले हमारे लिए जो आए उनका नाम है रामकृष्ण परमहंस. दूसरे परमहंस आए योगदा वाले योगानंद परमहंस. ये दोनों संसार में नहीं रहे तो संसार का संचालन कौन करेगा? तो तीसरा परमहंस आपके सामने विराजमान है, स्वामी नित्यानंद परमहंस.
So, as I was sitting here and looking at all the happenings here, looking at all of you, I was thinking that 3 Paramahamsas came on this planet. One was Bhagavan Paramahamsa Ramakrishna, the next was Paramahamsa Yogananda, and then I was thinking who's going to take the next responsibility for the whole world, and that is now present here as Paramahamsa Nityananda Swamiji.
हमारे भगवत गीता में भगवान कृष्ण कहते हैं, स यत् प्रमाणम कुरुते लोकाः तदनुवर्तते। परमहंस शब्द का अर्थ होता है जिसका हृदय आकाशवत हो, आकाश की तरह विशाल हो, अंतहीन आकाश की तरह जिसका हृदय हो, और बुद्धि जो है समुद्र की गहराई से भी ज्यादा हो, तो इस व्यक्तित्व का नाम है परमहंस।
In the Bhagavad Gita, it is written, the meaning of Paramahamsa is the one whose heart is as limitless as the sky and as deep as the ocean. He is a Paramahamsa.
परमहंस। और हम उस आकाश के नीचे, उस समुद्र की गहराई के पास में बैठ करके हम अपने जो सबसे प्राचीन, सबसे विस्तृत और विशाल सनातन धर्म है, उसके महात्म को समझने का हमें अवसर प्राप्त हुआ है। ये हमारा सौभाग्य है।
It is a great fortune that today we are present in the direct presence of Paramahamsa Nityananda Swamiji, who is as limitless as the sky, Akasha, and as deep as the ocean. And we are having his direct association and presence here. For that, we are extremely blessed.
मैं बहुत प्रसन्न हूं। हम लोगों के ऊपर आक्षेप किए जाते हैं, शंका किए जाते हैं कि एक 6 फीट का मनुष्य 2 फीट का कैसे हो सकता है। उपनिषदकार कहते हैं, अनोर अनीरियान महतो महीयान। वह छोटा से छोटा है और बड़ा से बड़ा है। योगी छोटा हो सकता है, बालवत हो सकता है, बालक के सदृश हो सकता है, और 1 मिनट में भी वो विशाल जो है 100-200 फीट का लंबा हो सकता है। फिजिक्स तो कभी इस चीज को मानता नहीं, लेकिन महाराज जी उस साधना पद्धति को, उस योग दर्शन की उस पद्धति को हमारे अंदर विकसित करके इस पूरे संसार के सामने, समाज के सामने, मैं समझता हूं कि कई कंट्री में टेलीकास्ट हो रहा है। सब लोग अपनी आंखों से देख रहे हैं कि यह जो अंदर की शक्ति है, जो हमारे अंदर अवस्थित है, जो बाहर है, वह सभी हमारे अंदर है। उसको किस प्रकार से प्रकट करते हैं। ऐसा गुरुभार, ऐसा गुरुत्वभार संभाले हुए हमारे महाराज जी हमारे सामने आशीर्वाद दे करके आप सभी को दिखा रहे हैं कि योग के अंदर कितनी शक्ति होती है, और जब उसको डेवलप किया जाता है तो किस तरह से। मैं बड़ा आश्चर्यचकित हो गया जब स्कैनिंग सिस्टम चल रहा था, तो वो तो व्यक्ति बाहर बैठा है, मैं भी सेपरेट हूं, वो भी सेपरेट है भौतिक दृष्टि से, लेकिन वो अपने उस अभौतिक सत्ता में, अपने आज्ञा चक्र में किस प्रकार से देख रहे थे कि पूरे शरीर में कहां दिक्कत है, और उसको वो बता रहे थे। तो मैं तो बड़ा ही आश्चर्यचकित हुआ, और मैंने तो विनोद के लहजे में कहा कि अगर महाराज जी ने इसी तरह से इस पद्धति को विकसित किया तो भारतवर्ष के जो पैथोलॉजी विभाग हैं वो तो बंद हो ही जाएंगे। लोग खड़े खड़े ही डायग्नोसिस कर देंगे और उसका इलाज संभव हो सकेगा। इतना बड़ा उपकार। सनातन धर्म की एक परिभाषा और भी है, कृतम प्रतिकर्तव्यम एषः धर्मः सनातनः। सनातन धर्म की परिभाषा है कि अगर आपने थोड़ा सा मेरे लिए कुछ अच्छा किया है तो हम कोटि गुना, सहस्र गुना उसको वापस करके भी आपको थैंक्स करें। यही हमारा सनातन धर्म है, और उसके लिए पूज्य महाराज जी विराजमान होकर के आपको हजार टाइम्स उसको वापस कर रहे हैं।
So, he's saying that Swamiji is reviving all these great yogic powers. As you've seen, all of you are present here from different countries, different nations. And I just went through just now the body scanning, and I was totally surprised that just by the power of their Anya Chakra, which Swamiji has given them that Shakti, they are able to scan through my entire body. And very soon there will not be need for any pathology department, any medical department, because they will be able to diagnose anything just with their third eye. And this is the power which Swamiji is reviving, which is, he is bringing out the inner yogic powers which are present in each one of us. And this manifestation is happening only because of those Shaktis, which everything which is present outside is present inside us. But this development can only happen because Pujya Swamiji is bringing it out in all of us. And that is the greatness of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, which Swamiji is bringing back now.
काशी से आया हूं, आश्रम देखने आया हूं, और आश्रम के इस विशालतम भूभाग में गुरुकुल में हजारों बच्चे हमारे सनातन हिंदू धर्म के संस्कार से पालित पोषित हो रहे हैं। उनके अंदर हमारे हिंदू के संस्कार जो हैं बढ़ रहे हैं, फल रहे हैं, फूल रहे हैं, गौशाला है, इतना बड़ा सेक्ट, अरे ये मनुष्य के बस का नहीं है, यह तो कोई देवता ही कर सकता है। तो मैं इस मनुष्य को प्रणाम करता हूं, अपने वाणी को विराम देता हूं।
I'm seeing the great revival of the Gurukul and all these great things happening in such a big and large way. It is not possible for any human to do this. It is only a divine being, the divine energies which are making it happen. And with that, I pause my speech and I bow down to Swamiji.
मैं सबको काशी विश्वनाथ की ओर से, भगवती भागीरथी की ओर से, मां अन्नपूर्णा की ओर से आप लोगों को शुभाशीर्वाद देता हूं और पूज्य चरणों को नमन करता हूं। इतना कहते अपने वाणी को विराम देता हूं।
On behalf of Kashi Vishwanath, on behalf of Bhagavati, on behalf of Devi Annapurna from Kashi, I bless all of you and I bow down to the feet of Swamiji. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. And last but not least, we will hear from Swami Dayanand Shastri Ji Maharaj.
ॐ सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां दृणयनां माणिक्यमौले स्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखे मापेन वक्षोरुहाम् पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतिम् सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेदपरामम्बिकाम्। नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवाय सततं नमः। नमः प्रकृतभद्राय नियता प्रणतास्मदाम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। परम पूज्य प्रातस्मरणीय अर्चनीय वंदनीय निर्वाणी अखाड़ा के महामंडलेश्वर श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य पूज्य महाराज जी के चरणों में नमन। हमारे बीच वेदांताचार्य परम पूज्य स्वामी गोविंदानंद गिरी जी महाराज और गिरिजा शेषाद्री जी जो यहाँ वयोवृद्ध ज्ञान वृद्ध आप हैं, आप सभी भक्तिमती माताएं, भाइयों बहनों, एक वेदांत में
I bow down to the Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, Param Pujya Paramahamsa Nityananda Maharaj Ji and Swami Govindananda Giriji and all the mothers and all of you present here.
वेदांत में जो गीता भागवत है, उपनिषद में एक सूत्र आता है, लक्षण प्रमाणाभ्याम वस्तु सिद्धि न तु प्रतिज्ञा मात्रेण। ऐसे एक संस्कृत श्लोक है कि लक्षण और प्रमाण के द्वारा वस्तु की कथन होती है, केवल प्रवचन के द्वारा और बोलने मात्र से नहीं होता।
It is said, there is a sutra in the Upanishad which says that the real pramana, evidence of something, is proven not by the words, not by the symptoms, but actually through the real happening, through the action.
गोविंद मठ के परंपरा में बड़े महाराज जी, हम लोग कहते हैं जयेंद्रपुरी जी महाराज जी हुए थे, जो बड़े तपस्वी थे और जिनको साक्षात भोलेनाथ का दर्शन हुआ था। उस परंपरा के अनुसार हमारे महाराज जी हैं, जिस जहां पर स्वनाम धन्य जो है ना स्वामी जयेंद्रपुरी जी हुए, और उसी परंपरा में त्रिचु स्वामी से लेकर के जितने भी महापुरुष लोग हुए हैं, उसी में पूर्ण साधक और महान तपस्या और साधना का भंडार परमहंस पूज्य महाराज जी के हृदय में और साधना में निरंतर जो है ना विद्यमान है।
So in our tradition of the Govinda Math, there were many great beings. One of such great beings, he even had the darshan of Shankara, and all the essence of the spiritual energies and powers which they had. Swamiji's consummation, he is actually embodying all those powers in him right now.
ब्रह्मलीन विश्व देवानंद पुरी जी महाराज जी के पास इलाहाबाद में, प्रयागराज में बड़े बड़े मंडलेश्वर लोग आए थे और एक बार पूछा, मैं भी साथ में था, कि आप स्वामी जी को क्या देख करके आप महामंडलेश्वर बनाए हैं? तो महाराज जी ने कहा कि मैंने अपने प्रत्यक्ष अपने जीवन में अनुभूति किया कि जगदम्बा महाशक्ति का दर्शन जो है ना स्वामी जी को हुआ है।
When I came to Allahabad,
उन्होंने कहा,
when I came to Allahabad and I asked the senior spiritual leaders that what did you see in Swamiji that you have recognized him as the Mahamandaleshwar, and they told me that directly the Bhagavati, the Devi, is manifesting and Swamiji is embodiment of that.
दस महाविद्या है हमारे यहाँ, बगलामुखी, तारा इत्यादि, कामाख्या, जयंती, मंगला काली, भद्रकाली, कपालिनी, दुर्गा, क्षमा, शिवा, धात्री, स्वाहा, स्वधा, नमस्तुते। ये जो भगवती का जो राज राजेश्वरी का जो उपासना और जो शिव शक्ति का जो विषय जैसे महाराज जी में है, तो स्वामी विश्वदेवानंद जी ने जो ब्रह्मलीन हो गए, उनका कहना था कि ऐसे साधक मैंने अपने जीवन में बहुत कम देखे हैं।
Swami Vishwananda Maharaj ji mentioned that there are Dasha Mahavidyas, which are the 10 Shaktis, Devis, which manifest. And the union of Shakti and Shiva, all those, according to me, are manifesting, are directly in Swamiji.
बनारस में जो कार्यक्रम हुआ उसमें कठोपनिषद का प्रवचन महाराज जी ने किया था। हम लोग थोड़ा वेदांती हैं, ज्यादा ब्रह्म को मानने वाले हैं, फिर भी ऐसे लगा कि समित पाणी श्रोत्रियम ब्रह्मनिष्ठम, आप हाथ जोड़ करके गुरु के चरणों में जाओ, गुरु के मंत्र में विश्वास करें, तो ये जो शक्ति आप अभी मिला, हम लोग भी काला पट्टी बांधे थे, हम लोग को तो लग रहा था कहाँ कैसे जेल में आ गए, कैसे आंख कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था, तो लग रहा था कि बड़ा अद्भुत है। लेकिन जब आप लोग उसको कह देते हैं, उस समय तो माथे में रख करके लोगों ने पढ़ा, तो सारे बनारस के और सारे जितने लोग टीवी में देखे थे, फोन आया कि ये शक्ति जो है ना बड़ा अद्भुत है, ये गुरु कृपा के बिना संभव नहीं है।
So when I was in Banaras, and at that time Swamiji was holding the Kathopanishad satsang, and he was present there, and he holds more thoughts of Vedanta. But when he saw that all these powers are manifesting, and he himself was closed his eyes with the blindfold, he was not able to see anything. But when he saw that the others who are initiated by Swamiji are manifesting these powers, he found it extraordinary, and this was relayed on the TV channels also, and he received phone calls that how are these great powers actually manifesting. It's something very extraordinary.
हम लोग जिस कमरे में रुके हैं उसमें महाराज जी का एक दिव्य फोटो है। तो कल स्वामी जी बताए कि 40 साल के अवस्था का ये महाराज जी का है। विभिन्न मुद्रा में जब यहाँ दर्शन करते हैं, किस रूप में देखो नारायण मिल जाए। शास्त्रों में कहा गया है कि भगवान का दर्शन किसी न किसी रूप में हो जाता है। तो विभिन्न मुद्रा, योग मुद्रा में जब दर्शन करते हैं, ऐसे लगता है कि अनंत जन्मों का जो तपस्या है, अनंत जन्मों का जो साधना है, ये पूज्य महाराज जी को दर्शन करने से आपको साक्षात यहाँ मिलता है। आपको गंगा, जमुना, गोदावरी, काशी जाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, यहाँ सब कुछ है।
So I've seen the photograph of Swamiji in the room that I'm staying, and he's just 40 years old, but in whichever form, there is a saying in our Sanatan Dharma, in our Vedic tradition, in whichever form you get Narayana, which is Lord Vishnu himself, you're extremely blessed. So it is the result of your penance of millions of births that you are so blessed to be here with Swamiji and to experience him and to be his disciples.
महाराज जी का जब दर्शन हम लोग किए थे प्रयागराज में, इतना आप सरल, इतना स्वभाव मृदु, शास्त्रों में कहा गया है मुखम प्रसन्नम विमला च दृष्टि ही, ये साक्षात वैकुंठवासी हैं, कैलाश से पधारे हुए हैं, साक्षात भगवान शंकर का स्वरूप हैं। और महाराज जी के चरणों में जिन लोगों की निष्ठा है, गुरु निष्ठा है, गुरु मंत्र पर विश्वास है, रिद्धि सिद्धि बिना बुलाए ही आपके पास आ जाएगी, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं है।
Whoever has the faith and the belief at the feet of the Guru, it is my belief that it is also said in our Shastras that all the powers, the Riddhi Siddhi, all different types of powers, without even you calling, they will start expressing and manifesting in you because you have the great faith at the feet of the Guru. And this Guru is, he himself, Maharaj Ji, is the incarnation of Shiva himself, and he is also hailing from the abode of Kailasha and from Vaikuntha.
और गोविंद मठ की जितने भी जो भी ट्रस्टी हैं, जो भी लोग हैं, हम लोग महाराज जी के प्रति अपार श्रद्धा करते हैं, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं है। हम लोग ने ही स्वामी पूजानंद से कहा था कि महाराज जी आश्रम का दर्शन तो कराओ, हम भी जावें, कृतार्थ बन जावें। और आए, बड़े आनंद से आए, और महाराज जी का परम आशीर्वाद हम लोग के ऊपर है। हम तो महाराज जी को, अब स्वामी गोविंदानंद को कल ही कहा था कि भाई ये लोग बड़े बड़े माला पहनते हैं, हम लोग क्यों नहीं पहनते हैं? तो वहाँ स्वामी जी ने कहा कि जो शिष्य बनता है वही पहनता है, तो हमने कहा हम ही बन जावे, क्या आपत्ति है हम लोगों को।
So, saying that he actually was having the desire to come and have darshan of Swamiji and visit this energy field, and he requested Pujananda Swamiji that let us also have darshan of Swamiji and let us come here. So through that they visited here, and he was amazed at the beautiful malas which the disciples of Swamiji wear. So Pujananda Swamiji told me that this is for the disciples, and he said we will also come and be his disciples and take the blessing for the mala.
पहले जब महाराज जी का दर्शन किए थे, इस समय जैसे महाराज जी का अभी मुखमंडल में भी जब दाढ़ी बाल बनाए हैं, तो ऐसे साक्षात लगता है कि जब दर्शन करते हैं तो ऐसे लगता है कि साक्षात भोलेनाथ जी जो है ना इस समय आए हुए हैं।
So right now Swamiji is sporting a beautiful beard, and he is talking about it, and he says that the moment we look at him and have his darshan, it is directly like having darshan of Sadashiva Shankara, Shiv Shankara himself.
बस यही है, हम लोग का सौभाग्य है कि आपके चरणों में आए, और सभी को आग्रह है कि काशी जी पधारें, आपका ही गोविंद मठ है, हम लोग आपके ही हैं, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं है। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ पूज्य चरणों में कोटि से वंदन। बोलिए सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय।
வான்முகில் வளாது பெய்ய மலிவளம் சுரக்க மன்னன் கோமுறை